Good day everyone, thank you for joining me once again. It's review time, dodgy gameplay, nincompoop chat, or the other way round. My name is Nick, we're on the Atari 2600 and we're looking at Vanguard, published by Atari in 1982. It's based on the arcade cabinet from SNK in 1981. It's a shooter for 1 to 2 players, but essentially the Gond have been terrorising nearby space colonies with razor destruction, and it's up to us to sort them out. So let's go. We've got 5 lives. This is my first go, so don't expect top gameplay here. Dodgy gameplay, as I say, and yes, and stuff. Right, here we go. Sound was a bit late kicking in there. So I'm this orange ship going through this zone. There's a number of different zones we need to get through. First of all, the aliens aren't actually attacking us. They're just flying and generally getting in our way. Now, E gives us invincibility for a certain amount of time. Nice music there. We can crash into stuff and we won't die. You see there's a bar gradually going down the bottom. That dictates how far we got left of the stage. I think I might have got to the next one anyway. No. Now, you've got directional fire here, depending on if you're going up or down. Depends what direction you fire, so be conventional with that. Okay. Now, I've lost a few lives already. Doodle-doo, but I think there might be a few continues this game, so you can continue where you left off, and I think it's quite generous. So we're attacking the Gond in their home territory. If you are the Gond, then comment below. Lots of aliens have attacked the Earth, and humans in general over gaming history, but we've been victorious every time, unless it's been me playing. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo. If you had this game back in the day, let me know. It was an arcade game, so I'm not sure if it came out on any other system. I might have to investigate that. Arcade cabinet was SNK, as I said. Right, okay. So, we're fighting these jet fighter things now. Well, they're not jet fighters, are they? Because they're aliens, but there's some of their version of those. I'm liking it so far. It's quite addictive gameplay, and for 1982, you've got to bear that in mind, I would have been quite happy with this back in the day. Please consider... Oh, there we go. I think we've done that level. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Now, we're going into a vertical sort of thing. We've got to shoot these eggs. Oops, kaboom. Now, this is when the directional fire comes more into play here to judge where you are. I'm sure there's a tactic there. Yeah, so please subscribe if you haven't already, if you've watched this far into the video. We have got an Atari 2600 playlist. Continue. I keep interrupting myself. Yes, to get my playlist, you will know how to get there, but for those people that don't, because I do get asked, you click on my username, that takes you to the channel page, click on the playlist tab up the top there, and there'll be all the lists there, including Atari 2600 and all the other systems. Right, okay, see how far I can get. Now, this is awkward going down the screen, but I think I found a sweet spot where none of the aliens will attack me. Yes. Now, I could do up and fire, but the ship would go back a little bit. I'm not going to do that when I'm that close to that enemy thing. So let's just wait it out here. Look at the left and right. No, it isn't cutting up. The graphics are supposed to be like that. In the arcade cabinet, at least, the zones were Mountain Zone, Rainbow Zone, Stick Zone, Shape Zone, Bleak Zone, and then the City of Mystery at the end. Boy Zone wasn't there, or Woman Zone. Woman Zone's a magazine in the UK. There we go. So get that in context. Nice little ship here. It's a bit like Fireball XL5, if you know that show. Oh, I did say it a bit wrong there. Anyway, I might, because there's a lot of continues this game. I don't think it's unlimited, but there's a few. I might actually complete that, which would be unusual. Complete the game while you're actually watching it. But it's good fun. It's quite advanced for an Atari 2600 game compared to the other shooters around at the time. When I say advanced, there's different styles of play, which is unusual for the system. Horizontal and then there's vertical. I think it goes down and then we're going to go along again and go up. As you can follow that map there. Get right round there and you're winning. Right, first is some more jet fighters again. It's moving quite smoothly. Continue. Yes, we will. Boom, kaboom. I don't think it had a sequel, Vanguard 2. That would be quite nice to see, but it's a sort of game where if it hasn't come out on the Spectrum, I'd like to see a homebrew of it, because I think it would work quite well with the different coloured zones. I'd like to see how the Spectrum would do Rainbow Zone, but they had a rainbow as part of their logo, didn't they? So perhaps they won't have a problem whatsoever. That's something for you homebrewers out there to have a look at. Yes, huge thank you to the subscribers and lifting the numbers, because it's a sad fact but true. People are more likely to watch videos where the channel's got a large amount of subscribers. That's why there's a lot of fraud that goes on, where people buying subs on the hope of getting forward, and because there's enough of those, the genuine channels have a bit of trouble gaining traction. And it's continuous over and over and over and over again. That's why sometimes you might find a channel with 50,000 subscribers which hasn't quite hit the higher life, and that they haven't got the comments. There's hardly any. You think it's a bit odd here. But anyway, who am I to say? I don't understand stuff. I'm just a man flying through space, attacking the Gond so they don't destroy the Earth. Serves them right for raiding our space colonies, the nincompoops. Anyway, I'm sure Gond have got games that on their planet which dictate us as the bad guys, but you know, history's written by the winners or the losers, or at least someone that's got a pen or a tablet which can type it in nowadays. Do people still write letters or write anything down at all? I'm not sure they do. I think handwriting is a lost art. I remember at school, I've gone off on a right tangent here. I remember at school with a ballpoint pen. No, an ink cartridge pen where the ink leaks all over your hands and blotting paper everywhere. Kids, there's no point kids doing that anymore. Who's going to write with a cartridge pen? No, continue. Yes, we will. A score's going to reset to 0. Yes, when we do that. Right, 4 lives again. We're zipping through. So this is turning into a little bit of a walkthrough there. I think, I might be wrong, we'll find out. If you complete the game, it restarts the beginning again, but it's a little bit quicker to give you a bit more intensity. But these aliens aren't firing back here. I'd like to see the aliens a little bit different colour, but maybe they've done the right thing keeping them that like Moby blue colour, because the background is quite jazzy. It might be hard to see where stuff is. Right, we're on the up now. We're on the up. Kaboom! Right, same as the down bit, but up instead. Oops, I've taken an egg to the right pod. He's taking an egg to the red pod. How often have we heard that story? Well, never. Kaboom, kabish, kaboom. And now aim to review everything ever. Reviewed quite a few Atari 2600 games. I'm not quite sure how many Atari 2600 games there are. Reviewed a few homebrews who want to catch up with those. Might be 600, 800, but certainly a lot less than the ZX Spectrum, which we mainly cover on the channel. The Atari 2600 games, it has to be said, are watched the least. But I still continue with them for those people that do like them. I had a ZX Spectrum, so it's a little bit early for me, but I am enjoying watching this era of games, late 70s and mostly early 80s. So yeah, thank you for those people that do watch these. Make yourself known, because that gives me a bit of a more clue, even though they've got less views. If the comments are there up, I know people are enjoying them and reliving a bit of nostalgia, a bit of history, or you might be seeing these for the first few times. All about stress busting the channel. Doesn't take itself too seriously, so there might be a few things I'm missing on the game I'm not doing quite properly, but it's equivalent of being around a friend's house mucking about rather than the parents shaking their head in the background waving instructions and stuff. Oh, this looks interesting. It's gone different again. Jazzy colours. Now this looks a bit tricky to get through, so I'm presuming this is quite near the end as we do another continue. There's a block going back and forward. Yeah, this is a cut above now, trying to get through here. So if you can get around the whole of the first level on 1 life, well done you. Show off in the comment section below. If you've done this in real life, also let us know what were the problems you had. Is this accurate? I've gone the wrong way here. Was this accurate to your adventures, or was it nothing like this whatsoever? Was the cave just dull with rainbow colours? Rainbow Zone. That reminds you of that show with Zippy and Jordan and Bungle and Jeffrey and the amazing Rod, Jane and Freddie. You have to be in the UK to know and so that, but you can do a YouTube search. Do 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 do. Maybe it's Bungle in charge of the ship, on Zippy on the rear guns and George on the left and right guns. Yeah, Zippy and George. Yeah, that was a rude show. It wasn't supposed to be rude, but they slipped in a lot of double entendres in there, which I didn't notice before as a kid. But watching the one back now, they really pushed it. No swearing on this channel, of course. It's a PG level, so if you want to sit down and watch with your kids to get them to watch this, I think we struggle to get them into early gaming with Fortnite being about. But if you want to have a go, then by all means do so. We're having a laugh, everyone. We're having a laugh. You might be drinking a beverage. Not if you're a kid, of course. I can't condone that. If you're a kid drinking a pint of vodka, that shouldn't be happening. But you know, everyone else, let's go. Let's groove. Ahead. Walk factor 12. Captain Burke is not on this one, but it's certainly using a lot of colours. And the Atari 2600, for such an early system, had quite a varied colour palette. I'm used to the ZX Spectrum, of course, had about, I don't know how many colours it had exactly. Put it 8 basic ones, and then you could do bright ones, so probably about, like a bright one of black, can you? So if we had about 17 colours, something like that, maybe. Kabiff. Right, I must be quite near the end now. He's zipping along. going through outer space. I mean, a lot of the Atari 2600 games are shooters, to be fair, like space, like orientated. I do like games in general, not just on this system, that can do a bit of originality, something a little bit different. Right, keep going. Always good advice. Can't have too far to go. I mean, these continues seem to be unlimited. It's not saying how many. Look, I've only got 2 bits to go. Be a shame to end the review here, so let's not. Oh, there's sort of like snake things coming up. These don't look like they're too much hassle to get past. They might come up behind you, but as long as I stay in the middle of the screen, more or less, I think I'll be fine. Now, all the zones seem to be rainbow coloured, so we might be stuck in rainbow zones, so the arcade game might look a little bit different to this. Right. Head. Oh, what's that? Bonus points. Oh, look, if you shoot one and you get on it straight away, you get some bonus scores. I'll see if I can do that again. Yes. Lovely jubbly. Well, that's good. Good bit of bonusing. I think if you keep trying to do that, get close to the end, I think you might die. Whether that was just you do that twice and not at all. Oh, what's that supposed to be? Looks like some kind of crazy axes, but they're not shooting back at us. The game was getting progressively more difficult. I know it's got so easy. This one seems ridiculously easy now, as he goes into his 12th continue. But yeah, as I say, I can see expert shooters used to R-Type and the like, where there's a lot of movement at the same time, trying to weave a special path through. Weaving a path through here does look like a much easier task, so maybe suited to younger gamers, or older gamers that have lost all their reflexes or trying to talk at the same time. Biff! Right, last bit forward. Is that supposed to be an end of level boss? I just shot him and he died. Bit like Phoenix, I suppose, at the end. And I think we're back to the start again. Yeah, it's going a lot quicker, isn't it? So, once you've completed it, goes right back to the beginning again, but it's a lot quicker with your reactions there. Those E's, those power-ups there to get invincibility, they seem to disappear after the first stage. Could have done with a few more of those, and now I'm losing lives really quickly as it goes super fast. So overall, I quite like this game. Good idea, a nice colourful graphics around the whole thing. As a kid, seen this on a old style TV back in the day. There, and being able to move it with like one of those old joysticks. I would have visited it quite a lot when the TV was available. Hurrah! It's another winner. I think this was being played due to a recommendation, so if that was you that recommended it, I think there might have been a couple of you that mentioned this, then thank you extremely much. Is that a phrase? Extremely a lot, maybe, yes. Either way, that's okay. So my last life, got 1 life left. I'm not going to last long at this speed, and I could barely complete the sentence. So a real good game, a good bit of retro history. I recommend tracking this down. Quite a bit of fun there. So hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Vanguard, great name, on the Atari 2600, published by Atari in 1982, and based on the arcade cabinet from SNK in 1981. Got any comments about this game, shooters, anything retro, or answers to any of those stupid questions I asked throughout the video, then please put that below. I always love reading your comments. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.